Hey everyone, it's Nicole. I'm back. This time I'm doing a walking video tour of our classroom. I've done a tour before, but it was all like a picture slideshow, and I didn't really get into details with everything. So this time I wanted to actually do a tour, a walking tour of the entire classroom, and to go over the more detailed specifics of things, where they're stored, how I organize it, and things of that nature. So here we go. So excuse me as I play around with this camera. It's new to me, so. But here, pretty much, you come down these stairs into my basement. So these are the stairs from my mid-level. We're on a 3-level townhouse, so these stairs go upstairs into where my kitchen, living room, dining, and sitting room is, and then you come down here. Okay, so pretty much you enter, and when you're coming down, this is what you see. Okay, so I'm guessing I should start there. This door right here is actually the laundry room, and that door right there is the bathroom. I've got posters on these doors because I wanted to display them, and the best place, or the place that we had room left over, were the doors. I put them on with packing tape, and they come off very easily, but they stick very well at the same time without damaging the surface. You can also use blue painter's tape if you want to be extra careful about sticking things on your wall with tape. Over here, and this is a Expedit shelf. They no longer call it that anymore. It's now called Calyx, and this is an Ikea shelf. These are thicker than the Calyx. The Calyx actually is a lot thinner in terms of the thickness around the perimeter, but it's the same concept, the same measurements for each cube. In this first cube, we keep our Bible curriculum and anything, our Bibles, prayer books, books that are directly related to Christian character development go in here. This cube, which needs some help, is where I keep our activity books, our coloring books, our magazines that we get in. The highlights magazines is Lego magazines. I only keep the most recent ones in here because we don't have that much space. And then this area right here is all construction paper and cardstock. I love using cardstock, especially for when I'm gonna do something that I'm gonna laminate. I always reinforce it with cardstock. So these cubes all have different purposes. This one's arts and crafts. This one is for games, educational games. This down here is for puzzles, educational puzzles, and this one down here is for bulletin board supplies, like my stuff that I put up on the wall for bulletin boards, for our calendar, for borders, banners, things of that nature, anything related that I would to what I would put up on the actual walls. Down here is where I keep just miscellaneous educational activities and games that cannot fit in the bin up here that's designated for educational games. And over here I have a lot of dry erase activities that I got a lot of that we haven't even really opened yet. Learn cursive for grade 3 and up. So pretty much things that either we haven't gotten to yet age-wise, or just things that we just haven't gotten to yet to use, period. Like this pre-K to first grade, All About Me dry erase learning book. I have a few of these. These are great for on-the-go learning, but we haven't really accessed these yet. And I also have Leapfrog books, and the little tag early reader system is down here. So that's the first shelf. Sorry, let me refocus. If I can. So there we go. And this is my classical conversations board, pretty much. this is where I display all of my kindergartners memory work for classical conversations. I've done a video on this as well, and pretty much I will link the video below so you can get a detailed description of what's going on here. But as you can see, I have Latin, fine arts, Bible, geography. The map in the middle reinforces the geography. I have science, history, math, and English, and then I have the timeline cards at the bottom, that the 7 topics on the timeline that we're memorizing that week. And here's the desk setup. I got these from Ikea as well. These desks are extremely inexpensive. I think the desktops were like $10 each, and then the legs were like, I think you got them in a pack for like 2 for like $7 or something like that. So altogether, this desk was very, very inexpensive. And what I like most about it is that it's very durable and it's held up very well so far. So my kindergartner, he sits here. If they need to use a computer, they sit over there. We have it set up so that they got the headphones so that if anybody's doing anything over there, they're not disturbing him. So usually it's like either my 3-year-old, I'm sorry, the focus is terrible here. It's either my 3-year-old or my kindergartner will be at either one of these 2 workstations at any given time. This this rail here with these organizational cups for storage for school supplies, pencils, markers, color pencils, crayons, scissors, and I have recently added 2 more for dry erase markers and for dry erase crayons with the little dry erase crayon cloth that you can use to erase with. Down here, I'm getting prepared for our first actually homeschool review by the county. I'm kind of freaking out, to tell you the honest truth, but I'm going to try to stay positive. And I'm just pulling all of his artwork and stuff and his projects that we've done that cannot fit into the regular, binder that they require for you to store their stuff in. So even like science projects that we recently did are in there as well. Okay, second exhibit shelf. Oh, sorry about the haziness. It's just when I'm moving around, this thing cannot get its life together. There it goes. So from top down, abacus, clock that we use to talk about and tell time. His give, save, and spend, piggy banks, our little calendar we change every day for the day of the week, and then their co-op supply boxes are up there. And these 2 top cubes are where I keep their curriculum, enough said, and their daily learning workbooks are on the side, as well as a speech. I have a speech binder for my 3-year-old. When his speech therapist comes over, I keep all this speech stuff in there. Then there's my preschooler's binder, and then there's my kindergartner's daily learning binder, and then all the curriculum and stuff. And again, more storage for early learning reader, different programs that we've used. I don't even know what's in here. Oh, this is just crazy amounts of educational workbooks that I obviously, look, I have Hooked on Phonics, Spanish, Hooked on Phonics, French, Hooked on Phonics, pre-K, Kumon workbooks, just crazy amount of workbooks. I'm obsessed with workbooks. I need to stop buying workbooks. These are paperback readers that I don't want them messing with without my supervision because I'm afraid they're going to totally destroy them. But these are all paperback readers and readers that are beyond my kindergartner's level, which, to tell you the honest truth, my kindergartner reads really, really, really well. It scares me sometimes. So I'm pretty sure most of these things are actually at his level. But it's just that because they're paperbacks and because my 2- and 3-year-old will totally demolish them, I choose to keep them in here for now. For my Montessori shelf work, I keep a lot of the manipulatives in here out of their reach as well. just because a lot of them have small parts, and along with the printable worksheets that I usually put in to update their learning trays and to update their daily workbooks I keep in here. So these are things that get changed out weekly. I put in there, and this is the early reader programs. My baby can read. These are great. I have to do a review on these sight words. Meet the sight words. I've been using them for a few years now, and I love them. So, early reading programs. And there's some stuff on that. I don't know what they did. It's like someone just took their little hand and just smeared it. I gotta clean that. Down here are my my kindergartner's books that are more on his level. I keep down here. He has an encyclopedia, books on predators, books on science books, astronaut books, money management books. Yeah, I have money management books for my kid. So, also, okay, over here is just a tower of random stuff. Our American flag, the Pledge of Allegiance, and then stuff. But puzzles, the Play-Doh Center, and then flashcards, understanding time, understanding place value, and the science kit for A Reason for Science. We keep that there. So I'm going to stop here, and I'm going to end up doing a part 2 to this video because the battery on this camera is dying, but pretty much just gave you an overview of our more classroomy side of our classroom, and I will continue on further in detail in the next video, part 2. See you guys then.